man, do we have a good nerdy show for you today. We've got some Star Wars news. Yeah, the new Star Wars show comes out tonight. Skeleton Crew. Everybody's all hyped up for Skeleton Crew. So we're going to talk about that. We actually have some really interesting Kraven Sony news. They just showed 8 minutes of the movie because they are absolutely desperate for ticket sales. So we're going to go over that. We're going to break that down. And then, of course, news that drove everybody absolutely insane over the weekend. Something that was so goddamn ridiculous that everybody was talking about it. Everybody was wondering about it. And that is, of course, man, who's in that picture with PEDRO? Man, who's in that picture with PEDRO? What? Who is that? The internet detectives. Wait until you see the depth at which the internet detectives looked into this. It's pretty interesting, and it's also really nice to talk about because we're also going to get into a lot of theories about the Fantastic Four because of it. So it's going to be a good show. Jareth Loveberry with the $100 donation. Holy! Says, hail to the victors. Fuck the Bucks. Go blue. Well, look, first of all, Jareth, I really appreciate that, and thank you very much. Second of all, I have no idea what you're talking about. I only know that the Steelers won yesterday, and they did real good. But I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you very much. People in chat saying 100% it's RDJ. I don't know, guys. We're going to talk about it. I mean, I kind of think it's RDJ, but again, wait until you hear the depth at which people have broke this down. There's a couple of different reasons why this might not be RDJ. And strangely enough, and this is just how weird the universe is, one of the things we're going to need, if that is indeed RDJ, in order for it to be RDJ, we're going to need for that to be a bureau in front of him. I know. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? But RDJ doesn't drink. And there's a beer in front of him. So the only way that look, we'll get it. You guys are trying to ruin. We'll get into it. We will get into it. Don't worry. Jonathan Majors, I doubt it, brother. I doubt it. So a lot of good topics to get into today. One other thing I wanted to mention, which you probably already realized if you were here. We're going at 11 again. Okay, so look, we're experimenting a little bit with the show. Want to continue to do streams over here, daily content for you guys, breaking down a lot of the news. I find these streams to be the best way to get right into the news, break it down for you guys, have a conversation with you, have a lot of fun together. Okay, so I've been trying to figure out over the past month, what do we need to do to the show to make sure that it's fulfilling that need, but I also have a lot of other things that are going on. Comic book stuff, regular video stuff. It is currently a literal national emergency in my town because of snow. We got the friggin' National Guard in here. They're pulling up, shooting the snow. It's crazy. So I'm trying to figure it out. Okay? This week will be another one of these experiments. Carl, we're going to go at 11. And we're going to go at 11 today. We're going to go at 11 tomorrow. We're going to go at 11 Wednesday. We're going to go at 11 on Thursday. We're actually not going to go at 11 on Friday, but we will be streaming all throughout Friday. Now, that takes me into the show notes for Thursday night, okay? So, Thursday, very, very important day. Not because of creature bullshit commandos, but because it's my birthday, okay? I'm turning 23 for the 5th consecutive year. It's real crazy. Okay, so Thursday is my birthday. What did you get me? It's not rhetorical. Like, what did you get me? Put it in the chat. Now, listen, Linda. Thursday, we're going to do a regular show at 11. I'm going to get in here. I'm going to break down the news. If there's not news, I'm going to break down some other crazy stuff. And then Thursday evening, we are going to start another marathon stream. Okay? So Marvel Rivals comes out at 7 o'clock my time Thursday night. I'll probably start up the stream at like 6:30. And we'll get right into Marvel Rivals when it drops at 7. And that stream, guys, that stream will not end until I get 200 wins. 200 wins. And we're going to keep track of them with the whiteboard and stuff like that, okay? And as an additional challenge to that stream, we're going to do another Wheel of Death. The wheel will have a ton of different things on it that will make it harder for me to beat the game and get my 200 wins. So as an example, one of them will be I will have to play the game with Hall cans, which will be absolutely terrible. One of them is I will have to play the game with beer goggles on. That's going to be terrible. One of them is I'm going to have to play the game via a dance pad, like Dance Dance Revolution, instead of the controller or mouse and keyboard. So it's going to be really crazy. Now we're going to start that on Thursday night at 6:30. I'll probably stream till like 11, midnight, maybe 1 p.m. Not really sure. And then I'm going to sleep that night on stream. Unless we get 200 wins by midnight, which I think would be impossible. I think this stream might take like 20 plus hours just if everything goes correctly. Even if things go well, I think this stream's going to take forever. So I'm kind of like planning the whole weekend, basically. All right. So it'll end January 1st. What? No. We have to cap it. We have to cap it like by the end of the weekend. Otherwise, that'll suck. Okay. Anyway, listen. So we'll start that stream Thursday night at 6:30, and I'll probably chill and sleep on stream. We'll wake up and we'll get right back at it. The whole day Friday is gonna be dedicated to getting those 200 wins. Why are you live early? This is the time. Hello? Kids coming that night? Okay, yeah, so we should talk about that too. Let's talk about that. There is a distinct possibility that baby number 2 is going to ruin all of our fun. If that happens, I will leave the stream on. I will go do daddy duty and make sure that delivery goes well, all that. We'll figure it out. Make sure that mama bear's good, baby's good, people are here, etc. And then once that's all done, I'm going to come right back to this fucking stream. And we're going to finish this thing off. I'm going to get those 200 wins. Believe that. Believe that. And I am also probably one of, if not the most skilled player in this entire game already. So I'm just letting you guys know we're going to put on a show. It's crazy. Trick shots, 360s. You guys, even if I get something really bad on the Wheel of Death, I'm still probably going to pull the win out. Because I am him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like to brag. Okay, I don't like to boast. But I am him at this game. You can call me Himothy. You can call me whatever other cool things that are playing off of the fact that I am him. Call me whatever you want. Yeah, we're going to lock in. We're going to get 200 wins. It's going to be really fun, okay? Other than that, guys, this week is going to be standard. We'll have a Nerdventure stream on Wednesday night at 7:30. And just in general, like, this is something we're going to try this week, and we'll see how it goes. And maybe this will just be the way we do things from now on. We're going to stream at 11 every single day and recap the news, or at least give you some daily content. These streams might end up being shorter. So they might only be an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours max. But I really do want to be streaming more and being on top of the news a lot more. So that's kind of what we're going to do, okay? So this week a little different because of the birthday stream / Marvel Rivals stream going into Friday, probably going into Saturday, probably going into Sunday. But that's what we're going to try out today. Okay. Okay. So, shall we get into it, man? Cut the cord. I don't know what that means. I don't know what cord you're talking about, and I don't know why we need to cut it. Okay, let's get into some of this news, man. Let's begin getting into this news. And let's start with something that I thought was truly hilarious. And this is Kraven the Hunter. Kraven the Hunter. The upcoming movie for, of course, the Sony Marvel universe of characters or whatever it's called. Kraven comes out, I think, not this weekend, but next weekend. Let me double check that. It might actually be 3 weeks. Let me see here. Nope, it would be next week. So it'll drop the 13th. Technically, it'll come out the 12th, okay? So, kind of out of nowhere, Kraven the Hunter officially released 8 minutes from the very start of the film. And we're not going to watch it because I honestly still don't care. But I do want to at least watch the first 30 seconds here because I think it's pretty interesting. And I think it kind of shows us what's going on here. So, yeah, here we go. Hang on. Let's check this out, man.
It's the holiday season, and have I got a surprise gift for you?
Okay,
right
surprises.
Here, right now, you get to see the opening scenes of my new film, Kraven the Hunter, which is coming to theaters in December. We were so thrilled by the great response this footage got at New York Comic Con that we decided to share the first 8 minutes with everybody around the world. So there you go. You can officially tick this off your list. And then I feel like you should probably go get your tickets because you'll want to see the rest of this on the big screen. Enjoy it. That's my gift to you.
Okay, so again, they were so happy with the movie, they put out 8 minutes of footage. And as Kraven himself, Aaron Taylor Johnson, says, you're probably going to want to go get your tickets after this. Now, he probably should have just dropped to his fucking knees, let us know exactly what was going on, and fucking begged that we all go get tickets to see this movie. Because here's what's actually happened with this whole thing here, according to what I have heard. So, I think this footage was originally supposed to come out at CCXP this upcoming weekend. Just like at New York Comic Con where they showed a lot of the movie there. They might have showed the whole movie there, actually. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what they did at New York Comic Con. They were going to show these 8 minutes, the beginning of the footage, at CCXP. Okay? Now, they changed that, and they've decided to release it publicly 2 weeks out from the release of the film instead. And I believe that they did this holiday thing here, sort of last minute, and they are trying to get people to buy tickets desperately. Why are they doing that? Well, from what I've heard, as far as the box office tracking for this movie, it is less than 50% of the pre-sales that Joker 2 had at the same moment in time. Meaning, 2 weeks away from the film's release, less than half the amount of people that pre-ordered tickets for Joker 2 have ordered tickets for Kraven. That is really, really bad, okay? So Joker 2, of course, is a movie that was so bad, we got like 3 weeks of content out of it for talking about how absolutely abysmal that bomb was, how absolutely screwed Warner Brothers is, and honestly, just how out of touch a lot of Hollywood productions are with the fans of these franchises and IP and what they actually want. So, this is hilarious. I will be honest here. I do kind of feel bad for Kraven, okay? I've been talking to some people about Kraven. I think Kraven might well be the best movie that Sony's made with their Spider-Man license. I mean, obviously, I'm not talking about the Raimi stuff. I'm not talking about even Andrew Garfield stuff, certainly not the Tom Holland stuff. But outside of the Spider-Man character, right? You know, with the catalog being Madam Web and Morbius and Venom 1, 2, and 3, this movie might very well be the highest quality that they have produced within that entire catalog, okay? I haven't watched these 8 minutes, but I've watched enough of the trailers to know it seems cool enough. It's this hardcore R-rated thing. It's going to be brutal. They're really trying to push for that. Aaron Taylor Johnson looks great in the movie. It's going to be fun action, etc., etc. But it seems like none of that's going to matter. It truly seems, unless this 8 minutes really does move the needle, which is exactly what it is designed to do, I do not see this movie performing well at all. And in fact, I think this movie will perform something like Madam Web, potentially even worse than Madam Web. I will take it to another level, and I'm not sure how you guys feel about this. In fact, let me just ask you, throw a 1 into the chat if you are going to go see Kraven next weekend. Throw a 1 into the chat if you are. I have decided I will not. Okay. Now, part of this is just timing. As I've said before, my wife is very pregnant and their baby very soon. Okay. So I really could not live with myself if I inconvenienced her in any way or made the birth process difficult in any way because of goddamn motherfucking Kraven, this fucking movie that doesn't have Spider-Man, where Kraven was an animal rights activist. Maybe they changed it, but that's like, you know, kind of the whole thing. No fucking way. Okay, so that's the first. There's a personal element here. However, I'm going to be real with you. You guys know it. I know it. Even my wife knows it. There are many other movies, many other comic book movies that could drop that would get me to chance it. That would get me to be like, you know what? You're going to be fine. You don't have to, you know, we'll figure it out. There are movies and shows potentially that could have gotten me to, you know, roll the dice on that. Kraven just isn't one of them. So I don't know, man. I mean, look, on the one hand, do I feel bad for Sony? Yeah. Do I feel bad for people that worked on this movie? Sure. Do I feel bad for Aaron Taylor Johnson? I mean, a little bit. I really think a lot of people considered what the assignment was for this movie, took it seriously, put their heart into it, and tried to make it good. The problem is, just from conception, a Kraven the Hunter movie without Kraven, and honestly, a Kraven the Hunter movie with a young Kraven, I think that's a mistake. Kraven is an older, grizzled, like, badass kind of dude. And I really, even though Aaron Taylor Johnson looks good in the film, he doesn't, like, strike Kraven to me. That's not Kraven vibes. If I was casting for Kraven, he would not be even close to a pick for me, right? So I think, you know, no Spider-Man, no ticket. I think that's really become a philosophy for a lot of the nerds out there and general audiences too. What are we doing here? No Spider-Man, no ticket. And I also think Sony's literal reputation with the rest of these movies, they're not helping themselves at all. So even if they had maybe conceptualized this movie with a Spider-Man, even if they had had Spider-Man in the other movies, if they had been as poorly received as they have been, I just don't know that it matters. You know, your reputation is a big freaking deal. So I think this might be one of the last times we talk about Kraven. We will certainly talk about the actual numbers when they come out. I predict them to be super low. And, you know, we will make note of that as we usually do. I don't know that we need to dance on the grave of Kraven the Hunter. However, if the bombing of this movie leads to a scenario where Sony truly rethinks what they are doing, if it somehow leads to a place where they start to put Spider-Man into these things, or, you know, they reconceptualize the whole thing, that would be a W, and I would celebrate that. And so if Kraven has to die on the vine in order for us to get a better Sony, Marvel, whatever verse moving forward, I'm okay with that. And so that is your first story of the day. Kraven the Hunter drops 8 minutes of footage, desperate for you to buy tickets. And let's check the chat. It does seem like a couple people are going. You know, it seems like some people are going. Not nearly enough to salvage the movie. Not nearly the number we usually see for the Marvel stuff, but alas, that is the story of Kraven. So I'll briefly check in with you guys in chat. Maybe we'll find some interesting commentary on this. What do you make of this situation? Are you excited? Dude, the first 8 minutes look pretty legit. Does that mean you're going to see the movie? Were you already going to see the movie? Help us out here. Help us out, brother. I'd rather watch Kraven than Skeleton Crew. You know, that's kind of an interesting comment. I wonder if Kraven were just to release on streaming, if way more people would see it. Because I do think there's sort of a value proposition that happens here where we're like, okay, like, is this movie worth going to the theater for? Because, I mean, that's crazy costs. That's travel. That's probably snacks, concession, etc. Multiple tickets. Potentially a babysitter or, you know, trying to figure that out. So it's a big ask. If Kraven was just coming out on streaming, maybe a lot of people would check it out. Maybe it would get these huge Nielsen numbers, etc., etc. So I don't know. Maybe just a mismatch there. That is kind of an interesting point, though. It looks like a fun at-home movie with some drinks kind of a film. Yeah, no, I think that's probably true. It will be interesting to see if the movie is just wholesale rejected, right? So like Joker 2, from what I understand, it didn't even perform digitally. The Flash didn't even perform digitally. Like, I mean on digital, so being for sale or to rent on streaming. Some of these movies have just been wholesale rejected, you know? Other films, not so much. So some films can have a modest box office in the traditional theater release, and then they go on to do pretty decent numbers on digital. One must wonder if that's what Kraven will do. I guess we'll see. Honestly, I think it will do worse on streaming. Maybe. We'll see. With that 8 minutes, I will be anxiously awaiting the digital release. Well, in that sense, maybe that's good. Maybe it's good that they put this out there. It at least has some people looking forward to it at some point, right? Which might be more than what they could hope for. Hot take: this will make more than Joker 2. I actually don't think so, but it's possible. I know Joker 2 did pretty poorly, so I guess sure. How much more? For me, I guess the question is going to be: does it perform worse than Madam Web? Right. But yeah, we shall see. All right, everybody. Well, I think that's probably all we need to really discuss when it comes to Kraven. Let's now get into a little Star Wars news, man. Okay. So tonight at I think it's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have the release of the next Star Wars show, that being Skeleton Crew. All right, and man, what a world! What a world for Skeleton Crew. Also, I'd love to know if you guys are gonna check it out. Put a 1 into the chat if you're watching Skeleton Crew tonight. I have been, I don't know, I guess on the fence, back and forth, different ways to say it. I haven't really even been sure that I was going to give Skeleton Crew a shot. Okay? The last Star Wars show we had was The Acolyte. What an amazing gift to the fandom that was, right? Certainly not a divisive, they're breaking the lore, no, this is the future of Star Wars kind of a thing. And that show was pretty bad. You know, I thought it started out pretty strong, actually. I liked the first 2 episodes. I felt like there were a lot of people saying it was absolutely horrible just based on the first 2 episodes. I didn't think so. Then episode 3 happened, and I was like, wow. Okay. And then episode 4, and on and on and on. The show was really bad. The show got canceled. So following that, going into Skeleton Crew, there's kind of like a lack of excitement just based off of that. Not to mention all the other Star Wars baggage, right? Chat, somehow, some way, I have found myself actually getting excited for Skeleton Crew. Now, don't get it twisted. This isn't excitement level of Mando 1. This isn't excitement level for Mando Season 2. This isn't excitement level that I got for Book of Boba Fett. This isn't the excitement level I got for Kenobi. This is more like some dormant programming, some Pavlovian level reaction to stimuli. Something stirs deep within me. And somehow I find myself being excited that there is more Star Wars content. It feels like a memory of a dream. Something I'm not sure is even real. And yet the emotions that it stirs up, I can't deny that that's real as well. I was thinking about this, man. I was like, what the hell's going on here? You know, I mean, I know Star Wars is shit. I know that the brand has been beaten to an unrecognizable state and could likely never recover. I know that the interest level for Star Wars in and of itself is so low right now that the smart thing to do is probably ignore the show completely. And yet, somehow, some way, I still have a measure of excitement that this could be exciting, interesting, adventurous Star Wars content. But of course, I'm ultimately super worried. So I thought maybe I'd give you like a little prediction / preview here before we all watch this tonight. And I'm by us all, I mean like 5 or 6 of us. And to me, it basically just comes down to one main question. And that question is, will this feel like Star Wars? My main concern with the show, based on all of the marketing, is that it's going to feel like Goonies or Stranger Things inside the Star Wars universe. And if that is indeed what it is, holy shit. I am going to have a pretty hard time enjoying myself there. I will probably get really, really frustrated at the show. And that's regardless of its quality. So to take it back to Andor, right, which is a show that many people enjoy and I wholesale reject. One of the things I've tried to mention is that I don't reject Andor because of its quality. I think objectively speaking, Andor has some of the best production that we've ever seen for a Star Wars show. What I mean by that, I mean the actual shot selection, the way scenes are lit, the costume, how it's all kind of put together. It has a very, very high production value. The show is pristine in many ways. I'm talking objective quality, right? And yet I wholesale reject it because it's not Star Wars to me. It is not of the genre of Star Wars. It does not feel like Star Wars. And so what Andor is to me is like high quality, like Sorkin level writing that just happens to exist in a Star Wars universe, which is period, point blank, not good enough for me. So ironically, Skeleton Crew could be a fantastic show. It could have equally as good production value as Andor. It could have great performances. It could be well made. It could be good. And I might still reject it. Because I don't give a shit about that. I care whether or not a thing is Star Wars. Does it feel like Star Wars? Is it operating within the genre and the confines of what a Star Wars story and an adventure should be? So that's probably my biggest concern is, are we going to watch yet another offering from Lucasfilm, which is essentially, how do we make something other than Star Wars with the Star Wars license? That's really what it feels like to me. And oh man, that's gonna piss me off big time if that's what it ends up being. But if it does feel like Star Wars, like maybe they strike this tone where it's like, okay, I could see some Goonies influences, I could feel some Stranger Things stuff, but it feels like Star Wars, like it has proper Star Wars music, proper Star Wars wipes, proper Star Wars like feeling, then I might be in for a good time. So with that concern in mind, let me kind of express to you what I think best and worst case scenario for the show and for my experience of it. Best case scenario, it's shockingly Star Wars-like. It's a good adventure, fun mystery, cool Star Wars stuff, and I get that feeling, man. That feeling when the John Williams score hits and the freaking crawl goes and like the Star Wars feeling, man. We all know it. And if it gives me that feeling, if it's an exciting adventure, I will cheer the show on because I think it's important as a fan to like, yes, be grumpy and yes, give your feedback and try to hold the studio to account. But also, if you are literally getting all the things you claim to stand for, give credit where credit is due. Even elements of Acolyte, I tried to give credit to because they were at least trying to be like Star Wars. And ended up being a big goobly glob mess, and the execution was pretty poor, but credit where credit is due. And I would like to try to just express that if they do some of the things I'm looking for in Star Wars content, like I want to say that. I want to be like, yo, let's go. So best case scenario, surprisingly a lot like Star Wars. Really good vibes, really good sense of adventure. Okay? Worst case scenario, it feels like Goonies with a Star Wars wrapping. And I'm going to lose my fucking mind, dude. I probably... How many episodes are in this thing before I make a declarative statement? I suppose I will try to keep watching regardless, and that's only because of you guys, okay? Like, we did a town hall several weeks ago, and I was like, look, it's a new year, it's a new me, okay? And so I want to do better, Senator. I want to make sure you guys are getting content that you want, and it's not just all about me and what I desire, et cetera, right? So I said, do you want me to, even if I fucking hate it, do you want me to watch Skeleton Crew and try to give my thoughts and opinions and break it down week to week? Overwhelmingly, you said yes. Okay? So I will do my best to live up to that expectation and to watch the entire show. But oh my God, I'm going to have to bitch a lot, bro. If this is not Star Wars and it's yet again another, like, let's throw some shit at the wall and see what sticks from Kathleen Kennedy, holy shit. It's going to be very difficult for me not to get super toxic and just shit all over it, okay? I will try to put forth a concerted effort to at least shit on it constructively and like bring up why I think it's not working. And I'll try to do that to the best of my ability. Maybe we'll do it in videos. Maybe we'll just do it as segments on the stream. But either way, the next Star Wars show tonight at 9 p.m. I don't know that I would have ever imagined getting to this place where the next Star Wars show, the live action Star Wars show that cost them millions and millions of dollars. I can't believe that I honestly feel like it's skippable. I can't believe that I honestly feel like many will skip it. But that's where we're at. That is where we are at. So, yeah, that's kind of like my final predictions preview for Skeleton Crew. And I don't even need it to be like great. I just need it to feel like Star Wars and to not be biased. So, yeah. And now look, I'll kind of take a look at chat, see if you guys have any comments, feedback. I mean, what do you guys think of that? I am yeah, I'm at an interesting place. I mean, I really am being truthful that I like somehow found a way to like potentially be excited for it. Like, I really did think that part of my heart was completely dead or like frozen or a shrunken 3 sizes too small. And yet I think I have so many like formative memories with Star Wars or core memories or whatever, right? With Star Wars that I still am getting a little excited. Like yesterday when I remembered that this thing was coming out tomorrow at 9, I got a little flare, you know, a little ha, you know. So we'll see. What's the thumbnail about? Picture with Pedro. Well, we're about to get right into that, my brother. But does anybody have any other questions, comments about Skeleton Crew before we move on? My brother-in-law is super mad at D for Star Wars, but he surprised me on Thanksgiving. It said he was a bit hyped. Oh, okay. See, there you go. There you go. I'm skipping it. Unsubscribe from Disney Plus, even because if Star Wars, what? It's gonna be Goonies. Oh God. Gotta give Skeleton Crew at least a 2-episode chance. Well, both of those episodes, the first 2, come out tonight. So I think the first one's like 40 minutes. The second one's like a half hour with credits. So yeah, we'll see. Well, I think we'll get a nice chunk, a nice selection. Does anybody know how many episodes it is? Is it 6? Is it 8? Will you do a reaction to the Creature Commandos review embargo lifting in 20 minutes? We can take a look at that at the end of the stream if you remind me. The only thing I'm holding on to right now is John Watts, showrunner and creator, wrote and directed 2 episodes, overall wrote 4 episodes. Yeah, they have John Watts, who's really talented. They also have a lot of talented directors on the show. And of course, it's sort of Filoni-verse. Like, I believe Dave and John Favreau and Dave Filoni are producers on this show, and they're like fairly involved on it. It is seemingly setting up some connections to Mando season 3, like Lizzo. No, not Lizzo, the Space Whales. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how all that goes, and you know, the pirates and whatnot. I guess it could be sure. I guess it could be sure. It's got the pirates, so it's connected. Yeah, 100%. 100 freaking percent there, guys. Okay. Should we now get into the absolutely incredible, unbelievable, shocking conversation that happened over the course of this weekend? Now, this right here, this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm excited to get into this with you. And you know what? First thing we need to say about this, you know, we're looking here at a photo that went all over the interwebs over the weekend. Just this post here by My Time to Shine has almost 1 million views. Almost 1 million views, just this post, okay? So, this is a black and white photo with Pedro. By the way, Pedro looking hard as nails in this photo, man. You know, I don't know, he's looking very Reed Richards, but he's looking hard as nails. He looks like he had a good night out, okay? And Pedro is at a table with somebody who they have covered the face of, okay? So we can barely see some of the person's chin and their beard. And the top of the image is covered up with a crown, which I think is pretty interesting. And then there's like a censored box over the face. And so this was, I don't know that Pedro himself shared this. I believe somebody from the rap party shared this, and then they were asked to censor the face. And this is crazy. I don't know why this took off as much, but it went crazy online, okay? Which, I do just kind of want to bring up, not to be redundant, but we talk a lot about like Star Wars, DC, Sony, and Marvel. And I often just like to point out that like the MCU is still playing in a different league. They're in a league of their own. Even with all the stuff that happened over the past couple of years, the Phase 4 lull, the beginning of Phase 5, which was disastrous, Marvel holds attention and fandom and fan engagement in a way that none of these other people do. Okay, you got a lot of people saying like Marvel's dead, Marvel's over, this, that, second, and the third. Brother, a black and white photo with some dude's face covered over got millions of views this weekend. Tons of conversation. It was a seriously intriguing and interesting thing. I myself got pretty excited about it. I was just like, and I'm not even sure why. Like, maybe it's just the mystery of it, right? I'm just like, oh man, this is like, what are they cooking? You know, like that kind of a thing. I think it's also partially because we saw that set photo, I think either Thursday or Friday of last week, where they were hiding the person that was coming into set. If you guys recall, right? They had somebody coming into set and somebody had them covered, right? So is this the same person? And it seems like it might be. So that's sort of your frame of reference here, okay? Now, let's begin by talking about what the internet detectives figured out about this, because it's pretty crazy, okay? So, first up, we'll look over here, right? So this person has pointed out, as many people have pointed out, that if you look at the beard and the scruff of the chin of Robert Downey Jr., and you can really see it in the photos where he revealed himself as Dr. Doom at San Diego Comic-Con, they do match up quite well with the little bit of chin and scruff that's poking out here. Okay. So, a lot of people think it's RDJ simply because of that, but also because we pretty much know that RDJ is going to be in this movie, right? Long before we knew shit about how Marvel was going to change the Kang Dynasty, what they were really do with the Multiverse Saga, we knew that we knew that Doctor Doom, rather, would be in the Fantastic Four. Jeff Snyder scooped this years ago, and the whole idea was that Doctor Doom was going to be introduced in the Fantastic Four movie, but not during the Fantastic Four movie. So he's going to be either in a post-credit scene or he's going to be developed towards the end of the film. Okay? This is like a 2-year-long, 3-year-old rumor. And now that we know the real plan with like RDJ and the Fantastic Four movie, pretty safe to assume that RDJ will be in this film. Like, I would put money on it, right? So that's part of why people think it's RDJ. Now, here's why some people think this cannot be RDJ. The first thing is the beer in front of him. Okay? So, RDJ is a former addict, a former alcoholic. And to my knowledge, RDJ does not drink. He is sober. Okay? So, there's a beer in front of him. There's a drink in front of Pedro. There's another beer in front of him. And so if this beer belongs to this man, then it cannot be RDJ unless it's a beero. And I can't believe that we have somehow gone to a place where we need beero. When beero was first announced, I thought it was the stupidest idea I ever heard in my whole life. And now all of a sudden I'm desperate that this is a beero in front of Robert Downey Jr. Okay. Another possibility here, it's just not his beer. Okay? So RDJ could have come over for the photo. Perhaps there was a different person there that was drinking that beer. Robert Downey Jr. is just there to take the photo. They snap the photo. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay? Now, another thing that happened with this that drove me fucking crazy, but I technically had to acknowledge as a possibility, is that this is Cillian Murphy. I'm so pissed that this is even a possibility, okay? But technically, if you look at Cillian Murphy's beard, it looks just like this beard that we can see in this photo. Okay? On top of that, Cillian Murphy drinks. On top of that, people figured out that that's a thing of cheese in front of him. And Cillian Murphy is on record saying that he likes cheese. I mean, to be fair, most white people do. But the point is, Cillian Murphy has the beard match. He drinks the beer, and he likes it a cheese. On top of that, Charles Murphy, who is kind of like not necessarily in the scooping game anymore, but still has a lot of sources and still puts a lot of info out there. Charles Murphy was teasing Cillian Murphy, and I got so mad when I saw this, bro. I cannot fucking believe it. I was like, dude, what? No. And the reason that's driving me crazy is because, like, way back, like 4 months ago, right after RDJ was announced, a couple of different people, including, I'm blanking on their name right now, and I feel bad. There were several outlets and YouTubers that had theories that RDJ's Doctor Doom was a bait and switch, and that there was a real Doctor Doom that was being cast, okay? And this channel proposed that it was actually Viggo Mortensen, which I was like, what? Viggo doesn't do shit anymore. So probably not. But other people had this theory too, that there would be some kind of bait and switch with Robert Downey Jr., that there would be an actual Doctor Doom that was cast that wouldn't be RDJ, okay? And I was like, I hate this theory. I don't like this theory. And yet, it persisted. Okay? And so, while I was looking at this, people were bringing up the Cillian Murphy thing. I couldn't believe it, but I was like, damn it, it fits. I don't like it, but it fits. And then Charles Murphy is teasing Cillian Murphy, and I'm like, oh, man, no, like, please don't, no. He likes cheese. He could drink beer. Holy shit. But don't you worry, chat. Don't you worry, guys, because lucky for us, there's actual footage of Murphy on the set of the Peaky Blinders film. Okay? And if we look at this article here, filmed his latest scenes for the Peaky Blinder feature, principal photography, shifted to north. So it shifted, meaning it was already being filmed. Comics things, I hope you're in here because you're dead ass wrong. Cillian has been filming the Peaky Blinders movie. He has no beard, and he's literally filming a completely different project. So we can completely rule out that this is Cillian Murphy. Which is like, thank God. I was not pumped about that theory. Didn't like it, didn't want it. Okay. Now, couple other possibilities here. Some of the more, or I would argue, less interesting possibilities. This could be another Reed Richards. Some people pointed out this looks a little bit like Penn Badgley, who you will recall was rumored to be in the running for Reed Richards. And we have some rumors that the Council of Reeds is still going to be a thing. So some of the people that were rumored to be up for the role of Reed, they might have gotten it. I mean, this could literally be Jake Gyllenhaal. You know what I mean? Who was also rumored to be up for the role of Reed, right? So it could just be somebody like that. I don't really think so. I don't think so. This takes me to the final theory of who this could be. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I think it's Josh Brolin. I think it's Josh Brolin. Why do I think it's Josh Brolin? Because of the crown. Because of the crown. King Thanos. King Thanos. Too small? Josh is small, man. Josh is like 5'8", 5'6". I mean, he looks, he's a bigger guy, but Josh is small. Yeah, trust me, dude. With this camera angle, and that could absolutely be Brolin. Absolutely, that could be Brolin. Yup. And so, why do I think it's Brolin? Well, partially just because of all the scoopers. They're kind of teasing it. Again, Charles Murphy just this morning was teasing King Thanos. There are rumors about King Thanos going back 2 or 3 years ago. I was one of the first people to talk about this, King Thanos, because when they started to develop that ride over at Disney, I was like, oh, that's really interesting. I wonder if King Thanos would be brought into the MCU. And I could see all sorts of reasons and ways that he would be. Okay? So, Brolin being King Thanos. Well, how or why would King Thanos be in the Fantastic Four movie? Well, it is believed that the universe that the Fantastic Four movie takes place in will be destroyed. It is also rumored that Doctor Doom will have a group of villains that work for him. These are rumored to include King Thanos, the Maestro Hulk, potentially even other evil versions of Avengers that we've seen. It is also rumored that Franklin Richards himself is a MacGuffin, and perhaps he is an important part of Doctor Doom's plan. Now, the current rumors of the Fantastic Four movie is that Galactus is going to be in there. Galactus wants Franklin as well. But I don't think Galactus works for Doom. I think, if anything, Galactus is working for himself, or perhaps trying to stop what is coming with the collapse of the multiverse, but I don't think Galactus is working for Doom. But it is possible that whatever happens at the end of this movie includes more than Doom and would show King Thanos coming into that universe, destroying that universe, and attempting to get Franklin Richards for Doctor Doom. And again, if you look, like, the thing that really I thought was so interesting is, like, Charles Murphy shares a photo of King Thanos with no commentary whatsoever. And the thing that I thought was so interesting about it was Cryptic HD, who, like, is super connected. Cryptic HD posted the GIF of Kevin Feige, like, staring harshly, which kind of indicated to me he's saying, like, oh, Kevin's going to get you. Well, the only reason he would say that, number one, he could just be joking, could absolutely be a joke, but it could also be sort of a tongue-in-cheek joke where they're like, yo, you're not supposed to be saying this shit. Kevin's going to get you. The beard matches up. The scoopers are teasing it. And then there's The Crown. The Crown. So, not only did this image generate a ton of conversation, a ton of interest, a lot of people are like, whoa, 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 whoa. It got the conversation started and going about Robert Downey Jr., which is going to be huge because, again, he's going to be in the post-credit scene. Maybe the post-credit scene is King Thanos comes to God Doom, and King Thanos says, yo, my bad, I couldn't do what you wanted. I'm sorry, Doom. And then Doom just rips his fucking spine out or something, right? I don't know. Could be a cool way to build up Doom. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, I think it's Brolin. I think it's Josh Brolin. I think it is King Thanos. And I think Fantastic Four is about to pop the fuck off, man. I think this shit's going to be crazy. So, there you go. There you go. Chat, what do you think? What are your thoughts, comments, questions, concerns? What do you think? It's KK? Yeah, I doubt that, brother. I doubt that. It's not, but good theory. I think you might be surprised. Josh, they're saying Brolin is sober too. First of all, I don't even believe that. Is Josh Brolin really sober? I don't think so. And even if he is, didn't we explain that, like, it doesn't have to be his beer? Josh Brolin did Rogan without a beard. Do you realize how many podcasts Joe has in the tank? Like, he could have filmed that months ago. Brolin said it. Where did he say it? Bro, he got sober because of his grandma. I mean, all right. I hope it's our DJ. It's King Kevin Feige. Doubt it. It's a 0 alcohol beer glass? What? How can you tell that? How can you tell that? I mean, I don't see it. I don't see it. It's Burger King? Oh, okay. If we told you your theory is cool, but it's not him, will that satisfy you? Oh, I'm satisfied either way, bro. I'm satisfied either way because I really think it's Brolin. Josh Brolin arms are a bit bigger. Maybe. Maybe. Should we pull up a picture of Brolin's beard? Look at this post from Charles Murphy, dude. Just look at this post. I'm not saying this is like confirmation, but look at this. So Murphy just posted this, right? Daniel, Cryptic, I mean, all right. Let me see. I still can't trust Twitter, unfortunately. So let me try to find Brolin with the beard. I mean, oh, here we go.
Hand on Denzel's shoulder.
Oh, yeah. Denzel and I, by the way, get along very well now. I saw him, anyway. Yeah, we almost got into a fight. There was a moment where, you know, Brian Grazer was going around with his hair standing straight up, and I
You see the black?
had done some scenes with
I love
Russell.
Brian, by the way.
Brian's the best,
Yeah.
man. And he was like, Josh and Russell are amazing. Josh and Russell are amazing. I'm sure Denzel got wind of that. When I would see Denzel, I don't know, in character, I don't know. I'm just here. I'm like, I can't even believe that I'm here with this cast. Like some of my favorite actors. The Insider's one of my favorite all-time movies. So I get through moments with Russell and then Denzel. And Denzel showed up. He was a little late to set, and there was a whole thing there. And then he showed me the lines, and he said, he didn't change any.
I don't know. Look at the arms. Def not Brolin. Dude, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. You don't think that could be Brolin? You realize? Do you see how big Pedro's head is compared to this guy's head? Do you realize that's because of the lens, right? Like, why don't you leave the internet detecting to like the real internet detectives? Like, come on, man. Come on now. No, fool, you are crazy. Yeah, well, maybe. But either way, this is Josh Brolin. 100% confirmed. It's Josh Brolin! Do you have the picture without the blur? No. If I did, then we'd be wasting our goddamn time over here, okay? I would have just put that picture up there. So, regardless, man, think about how, just again, I think this is fun. I think it's fun. I also think it's fun to, like, recognize that we're having fun. Like, bro, we're looking at a photo of a dude's phone. This could be a random extra. And they just put some shit up on him. You know what I mean? But we all know that's not what it is. We all know that something's cooking here. And we all know that they snuck somebody else on set just last week, and this rap party probably happened that same Friday with that same person. Who is it? In fact, let's go to the polls. Let's go to the polls. And let's see what you think. Who is it? We'll go number 1, RDJ. We'll go 2. Again, I really don't think it's Cillian Murphy at all. So we'll go Josh Brolin. Then we'll say another Reed. And then we'll go. Yeah, I think those are the only real ones. It's like, it could be another Reed. It could be Brolin. We'll say random person. Could it be Mark Ruffalo as well? I don't really think so, but does Ruffalo have a scruff like that? Interesting. Cillian all day? Yeah, Cillian's been ruled out, man. It is literally not Cillian. Like, pretty damn sure. Now, I will also say that Charles Murphy was teasing Cillian Murphy, so there could be something going on with Cillian Murphy, but it's not this guy. Like, that movie was shooting, he's clean shaven. I guess they both technically are shooting in London, but I think they're like different parts. It's Ione. It's Hugh. That's why there's a crown. I think Hugh is a lot bigger. I think this is too small. Ruffalo is sober. Okay. Mark would have spoiled it already. Yeah, probably. It's Natasha Romanoff. Oh, yeah, totally. Is that Elizabeth Olsen behind them? No. Kind of looks like it, though. Kind of looks like her, though. Look at this. This is crazy. So 25% of people say RDJ. Only 14% of you think it's Josh Brolin. After everything I just said, after how much I just sold you guys on it, you don't believe? Holy. Another read at 25% and then random person at 35%. Yo, y'all is crazy. Y'all is crazy. Mark Ruffalo is sober. Does that mean he'll stop saying dumb shit on social media? Probably not. It's Ray confirmed. Oh, okay. All right. Hey, Jareth says RDJ is King Thanos now. He's a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Totally. I agree with that. Andre says, you wrong, Josh. That's me in the picture. Yeah, doubt it. Doubt it. Big time doubt it there, bud. Yeah. Zoom into the hair and beard. Zoom into the left ear. Well, I mean, I'll try. I don't think there's too much we can discern from that. So it definitely looks like it's black hair, right? But again, this is like, it's kind of hard to say because there could be gray there and he has gray in the beard. So usually those two things match. We only see a small portion of the hair and it's black and white and it seems to be a dark room. So look at the shadow on his arm. You guys want to go really deep on this shit? You've got shadow here, harsh shadow here. You've got shadow indicating light coming this way. So it's a dingy, dark, bar-lit scene. Right? You've got scruff and a black stripe with gray or white hair. You've got hair long enough to seemingly be pulled back. That's it. That's all we got. That is all we got. In a hoodie. In a hoodie. Yeah. Interesting. It's Charlie Cox? No. It's someone with a long face and chin. Deaf, not Downey. I just don't. I don't think so, man. I don't think you can make that conclusion here. Yeah. Beer glass. Yeah, there's a beer glass. Somebody was saying they said it's a non-alcoholic beer, though. I can't really see that there. It's a Peroni glass. Which Peroni is like an Italian Bud Light. It's fairly common. Yeah. Pretty interesting stuff, guys. Pretty interesting stuff. I think it's Josh Brolin. That's my final answer. It's Josh Brolin. That's the crown. It's King Thanos. But I guess we will see. Do you think this will be revealed? I mean, the other thing that's kind of cool about this, right, is like, so somebody took this picture, right? So she says it's this person, Cedar Stacks, that took the photo. Or did they just post the photo? Pedro Pascal in London. Is this recent? From today. And that was on the 30th? So that would be Friday, like I said. It's actually in Spain. Yeah, so it's Spain. So this it rules Cillian Murphy out. Hey, comics things, 18. It's not Cillian Murphy. They shot in Spain. He's been shooting in London. So you're wrong. 1,000 times you're wrong. And I knew you were wrong. Now, hang on a second here. Who's this? Hang on a second here. Who's this? Wait, who's this person? Wait, what? Who's this? That's probably just crew, to be honest with you. But it is kind of interesting. So, Oh, she says in London, though, so maybe it could be London. The rap party in London after shooting in Spain? Oh, this person said it's Spain. Film crew member posted it. Okay, yeah, so it is Spain. Like I said, you wrong. You wrong. All right, everybody. That's all the big news over the weekend and past couple of days. Now, is the embargo up for Creature Commandos yet? Because we could take a peek. We could take a little peek at that. JJ Lamone, thanks for the 5 spots, says, I was sure you were wrong. But then when you look at the pic of Brolin with facial hair, it kind of lines up. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Jordan says, happy Marvel Rivals Week to those that celebrate. Yeah, Jordan, I don't know if you knew this, but I'm probably like the top ranked player in that game, period. I am the GOAT. I am him. I'm like Michael Jordan with that shit. And we're going to be streaming it starting Thursday night, which is also my birthday. It's also my birthday. And I don't know if you can gift skins or if they have loot boxes or whatever, but it's my birthday on Thursday. And we're going to start at 6:30 at night. And I will not be ending that stream until I get 200 wins. Which is really going to be light work. Because I'm going to be getting like 2 wins every 10 minutes. Just shitting on everybody. Wait a minute. Have we done the math? Is this a terrible idea? That would be 2 every 10 minutes. That's like 12 an hour. Oh my God. This stream's going to take forever. Hang on. Hang on now. Should we just make it 100? Should we just make it 100? Ruh-roh. Because you're going to get carried? Well, I would hope so. It's my birthday. Holy. Yeah, I would hope so. This is 100 comics again? You don't say that. 300? Josh won't even reach 100. You know what? I'm going to keep it at 200. You guys don't know shit. Some of the games go for 30 minutes. Sometimes you can beat people in just a couple minutes. If you crush them, dude, if you shit on a team, you can win in just a couple minutes. Trust. I played both of the tests. Like I said, I'm like top ranked in the world, man. I am Himothy. It's definitely someone with eyes. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Josh, the 8 minutes of Kraven on YouTube was actually pretty good. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that. I think the movie will be better in quality than a lot of the Sony stuff. And yet, I think it's going to bomb crazy, you know? And look, you know, we got into a little bit of a discussion on the Discord recently. Some people were like, I don't understand why Josh cares so much about metrics and numbers and views and all these things. And it's like, no, it's not that I care about that. It's that everybody fucking cares about that. Social proof is a thing. Okay? So, you know why we're not talking about Dune today? The Dune show? Because nobody's watching that show. I like the show. Last night was pretty boring, but I like the show, but nobody's watching that shit. So there's 2 things that I do. Okay? I'm a fan for sure, and I like to just be a fan and judge things on their merit and how I like them, but I'm also a pundit. I'm a pundit of pop culture. And so I feel like I have to bring in the context of how a thing is doing. I have to. Josh, I know who is with PEDRO. What the hell's this bullshit? What the fuck? First of all, how did you make this quickly? This is crazy. It's a little bit of Inception here, but it's a jump scare. You know what? It does kind of fit, though. It does kind of fit. Interesting. Go ahead and end the stream early. Yeah, maybe I will. Okay, let me catch up on some chats here, and then we'll hang out for just a little bit, guys. And then I'm going to get on out of here. I got a lot to do today. By the way, did y'all see? I know some of you guys were watching on Discord over the weekend where my hometown got fucking shellacked with snow. And they called out the National Guard. Dude, they've brought in like a whole bunch of people from other counties and stuff. My road is still not plowed. There is literally like 4 feet of snow out there. And I had to like, because you can't get the cars out. And like from where I am all the way, there's like no way you're getting your car out. So I had to grab a backpack and head out into the snow to go get groceries. And I had to carry like 50 pounds of groceries all the way back home. It was nuts. So I still have to like figure out what the hell's going on out there today. I've got a video I want to upload today. There's like a lot going on. So I'm probably going to get out of here relatively soon. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. We are going to be live tomorrow at 11 again. Joshua says, when are we going to get back to the Impossible Secret Wars comic book reading? Soon. Like next year. Zach, thanks for a gifted membership. Trev says, is there any fallout at Sony Pictures from the massive failures of these movies outside of Venom? The rumors are that Kraven will likely be the last of them if it bombs. I mean, that's what I'm hearing, and like you would assume logic and reason would eventually, come into play there. Duel, thanks for Duel 67 or 76 rather. Welcome to the Nerd Vengers. Lady Boner says, looks like Danny DeVito to me, and I'm okay with that. What? Braden Thompson says, pretty sure Brolin is sober. I'm pretty sure after this stream, I'm not going to be sober. Jared said, okay, we already went over that. Let's see here. Jordan says, happy Marvel's Rivals Week. Andrew, thank you for the love. Steve McT says, can you compare the photo to the paparazzi one? Well, we don't know that those are even the same people, but yeah, maybe. Secrets Hidden in Sand says, hope all is good, man. Play any Warhammer recently? Not recently, other than Space Marine, but I'm really looking forward to these new detachments that are out there. The Dark Angels detachment dropped today. It's a little like, I don't really have Raven Guard, so I'm probably not going to use it. If I get some Raven Guard, I could see it being cool. But what I'm really looking for is the Custodes detachment. Come on, man. Fix the Custodes. They're supposed to be these demigod bodyguards of the Emperor of mankind. And right now, they suck ass. They fucking suck, dude. There's no reason that they suck this bad. Make them better. Make the Custodes great again. I need it. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's see here. Zach says, what's up, my nerds? Hope you and the family had a great Thanksgiving. I hope chat did as well. I'll watch after work. Much love. Appreciate you, brother. John Cross says, can we do a tier list ranking of all the deep dives we've done this year? Potentially, but like you're talking about a small portion of our total audience that has even seen those. So I don't think it would be as entertaining to a lot of people. C-Dub says, my birthday is Wednesday. Birthday week, bros. Oh, hell yeah. Happy birthday. And happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to me. Joshua says, oops, sorry, wrong chat. Let's get this taco party started. What the hell? Jared, again, thank you for the $100. Does that mean you won one of those races you had on Thanksgiving, man? Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Javier says, good morning. Did I finish Arcane? I have not finished it yet. Noah, thank you for the sticker. And then I think I caught everybody. Yeah, I think I got all the chats. I think I got all them chats. Yeah. Next stream, can we do a tier list on every Star Wars project? Let's wait till after Skeleton Crew to do that. And didn't somebody said it was, well, I guess that would be going into next year, huh? Oh well. Oh well. Sagittarius season? Oh hell yeah. You already said 200, says VM. Okay, fine. Josh, let me hear your thoughts on Gunn's tweet yesterday. I think James Gunn is a psychopath. And yeah, I mean, I just think I think he's insane. I think he's like literally psychopathic. And I think he has tendencies and traits that exemplify psychopathic behavior. Now, that's not to say, by the way, every person has narcissistic traits, psychopathic traits. You know, every person has these traits. Are they balanced with other traits? So that's not to say that he's like a mass murderer or anything, but I do think he lacks a certain social. There's a couple social cues that he lacks. And yeah, I just think he's insane. I think he's an insane person. You just described Grace. Well, look, like I said, a lot of people have these same traits. It's do the traits then run into other traits that humanize us. You know, because you know a lot of the traits of a psychopath can be shared by people that are just driven, want to be successful, or hyper focused. Right? These are similar traits. But then it's like, okay, are those balanced out with humanity, empathy, regret? You know. So yeah, I think he's crazy. You're talking about yourself, right? Well, I certainly have my own level of neuroticism. I think the difference between, like, I'd like to consider myself a well-adjusted person, and I've done some therapy. I've seen psychologists, but like honestly, a lot of it's just self-work. By the way, not medical advice. You know what I mean? For the love of God, figure out your own shit for yourself. But like I will say, for me, like knowing thyself is understanding your own neuroses. And we all have trauma and therefore coping mechanisms built around our trauma. But yeah, no, I mean, like I share some of these traits too. I also, though, have social understanding. I have empathy. I have regret, you know, things that make me normal, you know. Bynamic says, have you seen the Superman and Lois? The season finale is tonight. And thanks to James Gunn. Yeah. I've watched, I think, the first season and a half. Superman and Lois is a great show. It's fantastic. And from what I've seen from the clips, it's going to end strong. And that's sick, dude. So maybe I'll catch up on the whole thing when it's all said and done. I know that Gunn is eliminating it and killing it. I think that's a mistake. I also do understand it, though. I'm not going to try to be too harsh on him with that. I try to be fair. You know what I mean? Like, that might seem crazy because I just literally said he's a psychopath, but I do try to be fair. I actually do think he's a psychopath. And I also don't think that him canceling Superman and Lois is, like, totally damning. Like, we can't be like, oh, this motherfucker, this guy's the worst. Like, no, I kind of get it. But yeah, he's wild, huh? He's wild. And I think the fact that he doesn't see anything wrong with it and that he doesn't have regret, that's psychopathic behavior. That's psychopathy. I do know for a fact that RDJ likes wearing gray hooded sweatshirts. I've personally seen him wearing them multiple times. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I think it could be RDJ. I think the smart money's on RDJ. I think it's Josh Brolin, though. Josh, I wouldn't want to be in a room alone with you. Well, I could absolutely tell you that you would be in danger. I don't know that you would get hurt, but yeah, you'd be in danger for sure. 2 episodes today and goes on Tuesday next week. I know, isn't that kind of weird? So they're dropping 2 episodes tonight, which is weird. And I think the review embargo lifts today as well, which is really weird. And then they're going to start putting them out on Tuesdays after that, which is like, what are we doing here? But hey, you know, maybe they know what they're doing. Optimus Prime Rib says, random thought, no KK news on retirement due to Secret Wars being pushed out. Huh? What? I don't know what that means. I think KK is stepping down. I think it's going to be announced at Star Wars Celebration next year. That doesn't mean it's for sure going to happen, but that's what I think is going to happen, yeah. Josh, will Doomsday bomb if the Avengers lineup sucks? No, because the Avengers lineup sucks. And they brought RDJ back. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, no. Like, there's going to be a lot going on in Doomsday. Part of that will be some Avengers that we don't care about that much getting their asses kicked by either Doom or King Thanos or the Maestro Hulk or some shit. And that's going to be fun. That's going to be fine. That'll be enjoyable. But lucky for us, the current lineup of 616 Avengers is not indicative of how enjoyable Doomsday is going to be, which was a big thing they changed, which is like, whoa, thank God. Thank God. A colorized version of the picture? Oh, yeah. What's this discussing film business here, Adam? Creature Commandos, welcome to the new DCU. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm waiting for Grace's review tomorrow because she's going to shit all over it. Can't wait. By the way, Grace and I got into a little tango online. I actually thought, dude, so look, at this point, I've come to accept that, speaking of neuroses, I've come to accept that, different people have different skills. And people are gifted in different ways, like it's a beautiful universe. And we all have like our little piece of the puzzle, okay? So I have this piece of the puzzle where I can really piss you off. Like, I don't know exactly how this God-given talent was bestowed upon me. But if you're looking to get pissed, I'm your guy. And I say that to say that I don't think what I even said to Grace, which was just like a meme or a gif. Grace doesn't like you, right? But she's gonna have to take a number. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't. So I didn't think what I said or posted was. I thought it was pretty harmless, right? And she snapped back. She's like, "Fuck off, Josh!" Snapped off. And I dead ass when I saw her say that. My dead-ass first reaction was, oh, no, did she not sign back into My Time to Shine when she said that? Like, is the gig up? Like, I didn't mean to discombobulate her to that level. Like, that's crazy. Like, legitimately, that was my first thought. Yeah, and I'm still not sure if they are the same person. I speak to Shine as though they are not the same person. And I actually talk to Shine all the time about how much I stan Grace. I think Grace is hot. Sometimes she says shit that like makes me want to rip my ears off and flush them down the toilet. But oftentimes, I really like Grace. I find her content to be good. She's level-headed about a lot of stuff. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. I'm not really worried about it. I will continue to support Grace. Because I think she's good at what she does, for real. She's an important voice, 100%. And it's all fair in love, war, and memes. So I don't really, I don't really mind. Hey, different strokes, different folks, man. Everybody has, I like Grace. She's not for everyone. Though my boyfriend hates her. Won't even, sit with me when I watch her. Yeah, I know that game. Probably some of you have that experience with me. How many of you guys have a significant other or a friend that like they catch you watching the stream or watching one of my videos and they're like, "Oh, this fucking guy again." Ah! Like how many of you got going have that going on? She has that crazy look in her eye. Yeah. VM says, I'm seething in anger when I look at your face, Josh. Yeah, I know. I can't help it. It's a God-given talent. Josh is actually all the scoopers. This channel is just Josh reading from tweets of his own various accounts. Wouldn't that be wild, bro? Wouldn't that be wild? She's soused. Yeah, a little bit. Renee. Oh my God. My wife, there you go. My wife hates Campia, Ludwig, almost everyone. She actually can tolerate you, though. Hey, there you go. Hey, there you go. Oh, my wife can't stand you. She says, how could you listen to that Jesus guy? The one time she heard you had a guest on the show. That's funny. That's funny. Was she a former news anchor? The way she talks is very news anchory. No, but she probably just grew up watching a lot of those people. You know what I mean? Do you guys want to know something else really crazy? Did you know that Grace and I are the exact same age? Isn't that crazy? We are the same age. Did you guys figure out who is in the pic with Pedro? Yeah, it's Josh Brolin. I mean, that's what chat says. I don't know if I believe it, but chat is like convinced that it's Josh Brolin, which is wild to me. I'm gonna call you Jesus guy now. Hey, you do you, buddy. Hey, you do you, buddy. It's okay with me, bud. Okay, I gotta get out of here, guys. I got like so much to do. I gotta figure out what the hell's going on. Like, how much snow is even out there? How much shoveling do I got to do? Ugh, hate it. Josh, react to my pitch for Avengers Doomsday by Trailer Talk. How about this? Let's watch some more stuff tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll watch more videos. Okay, let me just get out of here. You know, for today, and then tomorrow we'll watch more videos. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be live at 11. Guys, I think this is the new schedule. I know, it's a shorter stream. I know it's shorter. I know. You just got to trust me. You just got to trust me. We're going to be able to do more fun streams, a lot of gaming stuff, a lot of Twitch-only stuff, watching movies together, doing all sorts of stuff. It's going to be fine, guys. Just what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get in here at 11. I'm trying to get right into the daily content, get you either filled up, stuffed to the brim, or shoved with information, news, or fun, you know. And then give you some time to recover and then get back at it. Josh, post pics of the snow on your socials. Well, I did post stuff to my story, and then I posted stuff on the Discord too. So yeah, you gotta check it out. Changing the times again? Fuck off, Josh. I know. Maybe that's why Grace was so mad. Maybe she knew I was gonna change my stream times. Den of indecisiveness? I don't know that I'm indecisive. Do you guys think I'm indecisive? I think I'm overly decisive. And then sometimes I decise, and then I'm like, I don't know if I decised right. Yeah. Can't even watch your video today. Wow, dog. Hashtag fall off. Wait, what? No, I have a video. There's a video. It's going to drop later. I've actually been working on this video a lot. Holy. Flip flop, just pick a time. I did. We're going at 11 today. We're going at 11 tomorrow. We're going at 11 on Wednesday. We're going at 11 on Thursday. Yeah, it's back. We're 11. It's 11, baby. We're back at 11, baby. Yeah. Bro fell off. Sorry, guys. You know, I did. I fell off. My bad. But it's 11 now. By the way, catching up with the glass in front of the bottled out person is zero alcohol person beer. It's RTJ. How do you... Because, Chris, you're not the first person to say that. What makes you think it's zero alcohol Peroni? How do you know that? Can you send me, like, some stuff? DM me. You have some patience for sure. You talk to a lot of us at once. Yeah, true. This guy even fence sits his schedule. 100%. Until you change it again. That is fair. Fell off harder than J. Cole. God damn it. You don't say that. Peroni Nostro Azor. Wow. Okay. So it could be RDJ's drinking, and he's not even doing Biro. Man, I knew Biro was a stupid ass idea. Look, when you can't even get your own dude that was like your guy in the MCU to drink a Biro at the rap party, like, bro, it's over. It's Jover. Throw it in. Nobody gives a shit about Biro. The Peroni zero alcohol beer, that's what it is. Everybody knows that. I pointed it out first. Hell yeah. Get fucked, Tom Holland. Okay, everybody. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you. We're going to have a good-ass week, man. I'm telling you, we're going to have a good-ass week. A lot of good content. A lot of fun to be had. I'm trying to plan stuff so that even if there's not news, we've got something to go over on stream. I've got ideas. I've got ideas on ideas on ideas. Okay? So we'll see you guys tomorrow at 11. Video dropping later tonight. Wednesday night. Members only. Thursday night. Marathon stream. Marathon stream. Marvel Rivals until I get 200 wins. 200 wins. Wait, what? Peroni Nostro has like 5.1 alcohol. What the hell? So he's lying? You guys are lying to me? See, this is why I got to get out of here. You guys are just lying to me. You're confusing me. Should we look at some Creature Commandos? I cannot believe people actually like this thing. Hang on now. Let's just This guy likes it. Oh, Eric Davis loves it. Go figure. William Goodman says, I enjoy Creature Commandos quite a bit. It does follow Gunn's tried and true family formula and dirties it up just enough to make it feel like a complete Suicide Squad of Guardians retread. Stupid as fuck. Josh Weiling says, Commandos is crazy, captivating, instant classic. Bullshit, don't believe it. Creature Commandos, kick-ass, bloody good time. Don't believe it, fuck you. IGN says, Creature Commandos gracefully fulfills its duties as a bridge between the old DCU and DCU. Fuck you, don't believe it. An 8? IGN gave it an 8? Don't believe it. DC Universe is finally in good hands. Creature Commandos is an action-packed, humorous, exciting, twisting show that just blah, 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 blah. The Hollywood handle. Fuck you. Don't believe it. Jenna Anderson. I like Jenna. Let's see what she says. I absolutely adore what I've seen of Creature Commandos so far. The performance is incredible. Footing sets on the DC and blah, blah. So, nope. Don't believe it. Fuck you. Let's see her. Fight Out says it's great. Man, a lot of positivity to Creature Commandos. Rob Keys says, I love Creature Commandos. I wasn't into the trailers, but very quickly, James Gunn does what he does best and pulled me in with his wild, strange character. Fuck you, don't believe it. Okay, well, so there you go, guys. See, I left you off with a little extra here. Left you off with a little extra here. You got to see me crash out about Creature Commandos being good. What the fuck? All right, as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day. Not James Gunn, though. And I'll see you in the next vidya. I can't fucking believe people like Creature Commandos. Fucking bullshit. Oh, somebody forgot to tell Justin we changed the times. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Aw, man. Another happy ending. Need some consistency, Josh? Well, you got it this week. Consistency at 11 every day. Aw, hell yeah. Ooh, Travis Adams says, looks like the guy who's playing Negan in The Walking Dead. Yeah, it could be him. I wonder. I mean, he's not really rumored to be attached to anything. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. Ah, much love, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all. It's the holiday season. Take care of yourselves out there, man. Video later today. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 11. We got some shit to get into. All right. Make sure you open up your third eye. And make sure you wash out your stinky butthole. Your stinky butthole. That's what I said. Watch party? I don't think I can do it. I can't handle it. All right, bye.